Hi guys, this is Hero, and I'm back today with another video. Today's a quick video just discussing that there's no difference between any of us at a spiritual level. The ego always tries to compare and separate us. However, at a spiritual level, we are all the same. So I'm going to go over this very quickly. So there's phase one and phase two. Phase one, the fact that there's physical differences between us, okay, height, weight, skin color, etc. These are all things that we can visually see with the eye, and the ego tries to kind of pull us apart based off of this. So, oh, I'm taller or shorter than that person, or I'm skinnier or way more than this person, something like that. I'm darker or lighter than this person. I have different color hair. I have different color eyes, etc. We all try to separate. We all try to compare ourselves to other people, either view us as better or view other people as better than us based off of physical differences. However, this is just an ego trick. Okay. Another thing is actual ego differences as far as identifications in the outer world. So what do I mean by this? Okay, this person has this job. This person has a better job than me, or I have a better job than this person, or this person has a better family life than me, or I have a better family life than this person. Stuff like that. Anything where we're kind of like assuming or kind of attaching an identity with someone, and then we're comparing our identity in that aspect to someone else. That is what I mean by ego differences. So we also want to recognize these and understand that despite any of our ego differences, that we're all the same at a spiritual level, just like with the physical differences. Mental and emotional, I'm kind of going to tie together. Mental is the fact that this is a big trick I see these days, especially with the new kind of spiritual community. We try to judge people based off of their mental state of thinking, okay? Like, for example, if we're more like, woke or, we perceive ourselves as more spiritual or enlightened than other people, our ego will kind of make a comparison, thinking that we're better than others. Or if we think of someone as, more smarter than us or something like that, we'll perceive them as better than us. So also when it comes to mental differences, that's also a trick that the ego tries to play with us, okay? So we need to understand that despite however our mental state is, that at a spiritual level, we're all the same, okay? We took this birth for a reason, and we picked kind of our mental level for a certain purpose, okay? And one of the reasons that we all have different kind of mental states is that so that we can all kind of accept each other and help each other in different ways, okay? Now, same thing with the emotional differences. Some people might be more emotional than others in some ways. Some people might be less emotional. Or like kind of like a combination. Some people might be more emotional in this way, while others are more emotional in that way. And then, all kinds of little emotional, these, it's kind of hard to, when it comes to the emotional state, that, this person, when it comes to, it's kind of hard to quantify if someone's more emotional than others. But however, we all have more emotional, different emotional differences, and those are basically based off of the things that we hold dear to ourselves and that we're attached to, okay? However, we also do not want to differentiate ourselves based off of our emotional differences, okay? We need to accept each other for all the emotional differences that we have. So phase one is accept each other based off our emotional differences, our mental differences, our ego differences / lifestyle differences, and our physical differences. Once we kind of conquer this, I would suggest moving on to phase two. So phase two is recognizing that conscious spiritual energy exists in other things as well beyond us humans, okay? So once we kind of view all of us humans on the same spiritual level, we can view everything on the same spiritual level, okay? So that kind of includes like animals. For example, like some people, especially with their pets, they recognize this, but all animals have conscious energy in them, and that they too have souls that took birth, for a reason on, in this dimension, on this planet. Same thing with plants, okay? Even though they're not moving, most of them, they also still have that conscious level of energy, okay? And you don't want to view animals and plants as kind of less than you, okay? At a spiritual level, they also have the same soul that we do and that same conscious energy as we do, okay? So if we view ourselves as above plants and animals, we're giving into the ego, right? Because the ego loves to compare. However, at a spiritual level, if we recognize that plants and animals have that conscious energy and we connect with that, that'll help improve our spirituality greatly. Also, places and objects. So these are not so much far as comparison goes, although objects is a little bit. For example, certain places and certain objects, they have certain energies attached to them. Okay. For example, like very holy places, you might recognize, or objects like certain gemstones or something, you might notice that they have a higher level of vibration and conscious energy than others. Okay, so I'd recommend that you tap into those just to kind of recognize that, you know, what that kind of feels like. But however, recognize that there's conscious energy in all objects, in all places. Okay, it's not just holy places, or it's not just certain one or two items. Even the most mundane, you know, ordinary of items, or ordinary of places, they all have energy. Okay, I'm pretty sure you walk in your bedroom, it just feels different. Yeah, it is the mental attachment and the emotional attachment you have to that room and the things in that room. However, there's also spiritual energy in there as well. Yeah, I would encourage you guys just to connect to the energy in these places and objects. And like I said, that'll help you, you know, kind of get in tune with that spiritual, energetic side of things versus the, you know, the egotistical side of things, where it focuses on more the physical dimension. Okay, so that's it for this video. Until next time, see you guys later. Thank you.